Hey everyone, hope you guys are ready to welcome in the brand new year for 2023. And today we're going to be doing a very quick light video where we're going to be going over the fact that Capcom has put out a most recently brand new end of the year survey for 2022, taking players' feedback regarding some of their brand new games and of course what games you are looking forward to in 2023. But of course, more importantly, they are specifically talking about taking in player feedback for Hunter Rise Sunbreak on the Nintendo Switch and PC, and of course the upcoming releases for Hunter Rise on PlayStation and Xbox consoles. They do not, however, have anywhere for you to actually let them know to actually provide us with more details regarding the, of course, recent news that I covered just yesterday, where we are now expecting full-on news regarding the next generation game for Monster Hunter. That would be Generation 6 according to the lore, or of course whatever the next mainline game will be. Yesterday I put up a video going over the facts that Ryosu Tsujimoto was recently speaking to Famitsu in a end of the year interview, and he spoke that in Tokyo Game Show there is a pretty good chance we might be able to get some brand new details regarding that upcoming release. So if you haven't necessarily checked out that video, link in the description below, and of course in the link in the description below as well, you'll be finding a link for the official Capcom survey if you wish to fill it out. So while they do specifically talk about Monster Hunter here and a couple of other games, they do specifically kind of just want player feedback for a lot of their games, and you can choose to pick which ones you want to give them feedback on or off. They have a couple of basic questions started out like, where are you from? What kind of consoles do you own? What kind of games you have played recently? You can actually provide them some of those details there, and of course Capcom games that would be, and of course you can tell them whether it is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which version of PC or Steam or whatever the case may be, whatever games from Capcom you're looking forward to the most. They specifically mention here Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, which of course just recently got a brand new trailer showcasing online formats, I believe, like brand new gameplay options for online multiplayer. Street Fighter 6, of course, one of their biggest games for 2023. Exo Primal, Resident Evil 4, of course, base Monster Hunter Rise on PlayStation and Xbox as mentioned. Dragon's Dogma 2, which I wasn't necessarily sure that was actually officially confirmed. I thought I read like a lot of rumors regarding that, but I wasn't aware that they had actually confirmed it. So it's good to know that that game is actually in production. The first one was pretty good. Looking forward to that one. And they mentioned, of course, Pragmata as well. If you don't remember what Pragmata is, that is, I believe, that game with a little girl walking around that looks very much like Death Stranding, but very weird and esoteric. So I'm not necessarily sure what to make of that specific game. When it comes to some of the other things that they discussed, they ask you like, what consoles do you play? Usually the games that you have or have you recently bought. They also mentioned which upcoming titles you are more looking forward to. They ask you like to fill out which games you most recently played or purchased. And they ask like, where do you get your news regarding Capcom games? They have a lot of details there, options: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, traditional gaming media, content creators, etc. So you can provide them those details as well. They also mentioned that, do you still pre-order games, which I found interesting since they do specifically mention storefronts and physical media as well. And then you can provide them feedback on like what games it is or what it is that you actually want from a specific game. One of the things that I did specifically see a lot of people kind of bemoaning on their Twitter posts was the fact that Xbox is nowhere to be mentioned in any of these like questions that they have. They only mention like PC, Steam, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, but they don't like mention Xbox at all, which is very funny, but also I guess a little depressing if you are an Xbox mainline console owner, since you do wish to have more of these games. We do know that like most of their games are coming to Xbox, so you know it's not necessarily a problem, but it is funny that they don't necessarily provide in some of the questions that we do know the games are coming to Xbox. They don't necessarily mention them in the questionnaire. Now why is it that I'm talking about this ultimately is because a lot of people always take to social media to kind of complain about whether it is Monster Hunter or a game in general, but you know they don't necessarily realize that a developer or a publisher don't necessarily read social media, so they're not going to be too concerned that you are complaining about a specific game in the comments of a video or specifically in social media. This is the way for you to be able to get the attention of publishers and developers. So if you want a game to be able to change or have different features or whatever the case is, this is usually the way to go about it. And usually when it comes to Monster Hunter, like I've mentioned before in multiple videos, they do provide plenty of surveys for you to provide them details on. Usually after the last free title updates are dropped, they go ahead and provide a questionnaire, and they go ahead and take in player feedback. A lot of the quality of life improvements we have seen in the most latest free title updates have specifically come from player feedback. As I tell people all the time, if you don't like paid DLC, you want more free monsters, you want more free weapons, whatever the case is, let them know. That is the only way they're going to know. Complaining on social media is not necessarily going to change anything. But once again, link in the description below for the survey if you wish to fill it out. Let Capcom know what it is that you want from them. And of course, if you happen to be brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a brand new year. See ya.